This week's Torah portion, Balak, is at once one of the most familiar and popular parshiot, and one of the most difficult to understand. The story is a classic story. Balak, the king of the Moabites, is afraid of the power of the Israelites who are coming into his territory, and in an effort to secure victory in battle against them, he hires Balaam, the most famous of the non-Jewish prophets, to curse the Israelites. And Balaam, on his way to go and do the cursing, first encounters trouble with his donkey that won't go any farther. And when he beats the donkey talks to him. And the donkey shows him this angel who's there to do evil to Balaam. And then Balak takes Balaam to see the Israelites from 3 different perspectives, trying to get him to see something that he can use as the basis for a curse. But each time Balaam opens his mouth to curse the Israelites, he blesses them instead. But what is all this supposed to mean? Is this just a silly story with a talking donkey and a ne'er-do-well king and a prophet who can't seem to get a curse out of his mouth? The secret to understanding this Torah portion comes not in the words of the Torah at all, but at the very end of the Haftarah, when we see that the prophet Micah tells the Jewish people, "He has told you, O man, what is good and what the Lord requires of you, only to do justice and to love kindness and to walk modestly with your God." How does this verse at the very end of the Haftarah help us understand the message of Parshat Balak? Because it is ultimately this modesty that is the undoing of Balak and Balaam, the villains of the story. Balak's fear of the Israelites comes not from the ordinary fear of a king who's going into battle with another people, but Balak and Balaam, like all of the villains of the Torah who have come before, whether Pharaoh or Amalek or Og and Sichon, the kings of other nations, they fear not only the Israelites, but what the Israelites represent. Because the Jewish people are the people who proclaim God's dominion over all things. The Jewish people are the people who remind the world that human accomplishment is not the be-all and end-all of existence, but that our actions, as the prophet Micah points out, will be judged on the moral quality of our behavior, not merely on any measure of worldly success. It's Balak's refusal to walk modestly, Balak's inability to acknowledge that he is but a part of things and not the sum total of all existence, that leads him to seek a curse on the Israelites. And it is his immodesty, his refusal to recognize God's role in the world, that is ultimately his undoing. Shabbat Shalom.